Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for today, Monday, the 8th of April. So we'll start off as usual with the synoptics. So this was at midnight last night. Storm Kathleen is still sort of controlling the bulk of the weather, but it's now drifting away further to the north-northeast. But there are some trailing fronts around the bottom down here associated probably with this new low pressure that's building. So that may affect us a little bit later today. Midday today, we see this occlusion that's just to the north of us. And we're really left actually in quite clear air behind it. Unfortunately, this other warm front now associated with this low is marching its way northwards, and we've got the cloud associated with this warm front that's going to hit us this afternoon. Just progress forward through to midnight tonight. That looks bad enough, but look at it tomorrow. There's a low centered right over the middle of Lasham. So I think tomorrow is going to be a total washout. So we really do need to make the most of what we can with the weather today. So cloud cover. Basically, we're obviously under this area. There's this occluded front to the north. There is a warm front outer screen to the south of us, and we're going to be left in the middle. It's going to be dry, perfectly flyable up until around about 2 o'clock, I'd suggest. The actual rain forecast at the moment, you can see all the rain associated with the frontal system down to the southwest, and a little bit more with the warm front coming down up to the top end of Europe at the moment. But we're in a nice clear patch currently as we speak. If we look at the actual Met forecast rain going forwards, we can see we're clear here till approximately I would say around about 2 o'clock. That rain there is going to hit us there, probably, actually, maybe even 1 o'clock. That rain's going to hit us there. And I think, unfortunately, once it starts, it won't be a case of sitting it out for an hour or so to carry on again. Or it may be. There may be an opportunity to just stop conveniently for lunch, maybe. Okay, the local forecast is indicating overcast up until around about 1 o'clock local when we get the rain. Wind from the south-southeast, not a very good wind for Lasham, but it's a nice steady breeze and there's no significant gusts today. GFS indicating max temperature of 13 and a dew point down at 5. View outside the window at the moment, a lot of this lower stratus will linger for a while, but there's nothing above it at the moment that's going to be of any significant problem, so that should burn off. And the local forecast at Lasham currently is 9 degrees, dew point is 7, hence that low sort of scuddy stuff I think we've got outside, and a gentle southeasterly breeze currently at 4 knots. Local forecast at Odium is indicating 9 knots from the southwest, scattered clouds at 1,000 feet, broken at 14,000, and the actual forecast going forwards this morning should be okay. Few clouds at 1,000, scattered at 1,000. But later on, after 1 o'clock local, this is where the rain might cause a problem. Scattered clouds lowering to 1,400 feet and rain showers. Viz coming down to 3,000 meters. And they're even talking about cumulonimbs after about 4 o'clock and heavy rain showers. And for the farther forecast, 5 knots from the southeast and forecast for 8 knots from the southeast, few clouds at 3,000 feet, but after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock local, viz coming right down and rain showers. So I think it's a case of making the most of the day. Top meteo, if we look for the significant weather, if we run through it at the moment, this is at 10 o'clock this morning, and we're obviously in a nice clear patch. Run through it's quite obvious stuff comes up from the south, and it's very heavy down here. Talking about fog and a low cloud and all that, but this is still at 2 o'clock local, so it may get a little bit longer out of it and then clearly a write-off later on. And SkySight is indicating cloud base around about 1,100 feet today. Nice gentle 9 knots from 165 degrees, no real gusts to be concerned about. A little bright patch right in the middle before the heavy rain comes later on this afternoon, and there are no NOTAMs to affect us today. So then airfield operations today, no reported movements. Merv is running the field today. I suggest initial setup are almost 1.6. They may favour 1.9 later, but I think that'll be when the rain arrives, so it'll be a bit of a waste of time. South-southeasterly wind all day and expecting rain in the mid-afternoon. The usual 3 K21s are all available in both K13s, and all the single-seaters bar SH8 are good. Be careful with the southern end of the airfield. I haven't put Barry's puddle on the chart, but it is still wet down there. They'll obviously be running the cables up the side of the pay track. If you do have any launch failures where you do end up down there, please don't use a wheel brake. And of course, the simulator, as usual, is always available. So the setup for today then is going to be our short 1.6 runway launch points to the eastern side, winch down the bottom end, running the cables up the side of the pay track, landing either side of the launch point is fine. Any autos will be on the western side, and the wind's going to be fairly steady from the southeast. I'll leave you on the capable hands of Merv. Thank him again for looking after the field today, and I'm sure you'll take care of him. Thanks. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.